Hello and welcome to my channel, Redeeming Thunder. My name is Erica and I'm here to give you chapter 17 of the Ordained Spouse series. And this is getting interesting, okay? This is getting quite some details of launching forth, okay? Of how there's a song attached to it that elaborates further how he's feeling in this hour. There is a vision given and some Rema word. And emotions of love are simmering. And he doesn't know what to do with those feelings. Okay? So, this word was given to me on 3/22 through 2025. He will say something to you. It will make it clear. That is the title of this word. So as I was getting ready for the day and asking Yahuah what should I wear for a particular appointment I had to go to, he told me what idea was a good idea about that, and then suddenly he jumps right into and says, he will say something to you, it will make clear. And I'm like, because I do several different prophetic topics, okay? I give several different topics, but I felt the unction that he was talking about the Ordained Spouse series. So, sure enough, this is definitely the Ordained Spouse series. Okay? Now, you're like, what do you mean he'll say something to you? Yes, he is literally going to go to you one day, and he's not going to be able to hold it in anymore because what he feels for you is so strong. It's just going to come bubbling out. He's just going to go flat out and say it. I don't know exactly what he's going to say to you, but it's going to be very blunt. Okay? And I feel that this relates to what is occurring in this word. But you are standing out, okay? You are standing out. Let me give you an example, okay? You could be having a certain hairstyle and a certain color of your hair, and it's not only standing out to your ordained spouse, okay? You're standing out to everyone. Favor is upon you in this hour. And these compliments are just going to burst out. It's going to sound so blunt, but it's going to sound so sweet, okay? And so kind that even random strangers are just going to bluntly, openly just give you a compliment because it's just so obvious that you are having the favor of Yahuah upon you. The light of Yahuah is upon you. Okay, so now, I did have a dream, okay? But in the sub days, suddenly I heard the word. Actually, I didn't hear the word. I heard like a vehicle, the sound of engines roaring, like if zooming through, okay? And I thought, that's interesting. And that would be, to me, an acceleration, okay? Somebody in the vehicle is coming quick. Wouldn't you think that if you heard a vehicle outside your house and it's something zoom by, you would be like, wow, that's a really fast car, okay? You would think that. And so, to me, it felt like in the spirit, I was like, Yahuah wants me to go in the secret place because he wants to download something to me, okay? And it has a lot to do with the acceleration, how quick, how expedited your ordained spouse wants to come and be with you. Okay, he's going to do anything he can to be with you once he knows you are the one. Okay, but there are also some other emotions that he's experiencing, so I'm gonna let you listen in on what Yahuah has to deliver for today. Okay, so I had a dream that I saw a woman standing, and then I saw this, like, if I could see in her view, okay, like a tunnel view. I could just only, like, there was walls on this side, I could only see this little piece of view here. And this man was walking right in front of her, and then he would walk right back, and then he would walk right past her, and right in front of her, and then he would walk right past, over and over again, like quite consecutively. And it was a very short dream, but it was like, okay, what do you mean? What do you mean by that, Yahuah? Okay, and he means, it's gonna come to a point where your future ordained spouse is gonna be consecutively in your life. There's none of this skipping, seeing each other maybe once a month, running into each other once every 3 months, once every 6 months. It's going to be consecutive. It's going to be part of your life now, okay? It's going to be where you may be in each other's lives every other day, okay? Like quite frequently, seeing each other. That's what that dream means. So the dimensions of time, you are reaching a new chapter. If you watched the other videos prior to this, you have entered a new dimension, a new chapter in your life, and he is now also accelerated the union connection. Yahuah. Okay, so now I heard in the sub days you can get redone, and you know what that means? New again. It means to rejuvenate or refresh, renew, renovate, and restore. Okay, so it means done again over and over, or to do something again with alterations. Okay, so on this note, in this time frame, I want to mention one more thing about the when he was walking by back and forth, he had a white shirt and he had a purple flower that looked like a lilac, just like if it was pinned on his shirt. And everything is symbolic in a dream. You want to pay attention to your dreams. If you're not getting dreams, you need to ask Yahuah to unveil your eyes and speak to you in dreams and block all attacks of the enemy that block the plans that he has for you, your destiny, because he delivers messages in your dream. Okay. He said something along the lines of, yes, he's in your life consecutively. Now, this is pivotal. When it says redone, the past particle of the verb redo is redone. You might say, I need to redone the calculations because the new measurements are different. Or another example would put that word in. We've having the kitchen redone to modernize it. To redo, a redone. And you're like, why would it say a redo if you're quite certain you know who your future ordained spouse is? Okay? But if you listen further, it makes total sense why he would say that. Because maybe you're not 100% certain of who he is. Okay? The individual who's going to be it is going to be in your life quite consecutively. But there was a redo. So what does that entail? It entails that Yahuah has calibrated some changes, okay? And you need to know, with the song that is attached, your ordained spouse is quite afraid. He is wanting to, but he's quite afraid of sharing what he feels. He's worried that you may not feel the same way and dive all in. And some people, some are too afraid to say it. That, okay, there is a certain dimension of time where people need to connect and meet up. And when that is not occurring at the pivotal time, or it is occurring and you're consecutive in that person's life back and forth, okay? But that additional information given, that he says something and makes it clear, and he did not do it during that time frame, Yahuah then decides to possibly move him out of the option list and put another that's actually going to be braver than that individual that never did. He placed it all and orchestrated all for you. He placed you in his garden. He put you there in front of them, and he was there consecutively, okay? But it could be where you're still confused. Who is it though? Because you're waiting for the next step, and the next step has a lot to do with the man doing it, okay? So now the lilac on the shoulder has to do with symbolic of sweet fragrance, okay? Has a lot to do with being born again and the first emotions of love. Now, here we go with more word from Yahuah. Some of you are not going to be in the relationship that you have been anymore. You're having to cease and desist. You're having to end a chapter so that you can be ready for the new. Okay? So, then Yahuah says, Ayin Soma, he will ask you out on a date. So when the true future ordained spouse comes into the picture, the thing that he wants to say to you is going to be so obvious. It's going to be like asking you out on a date. Okay? It's going to be like super obvious that he wants to spend time with you. It's not going to be where you wishy-washy, you don't know what's going on. Okay? You will say yes. The date is purposeful. He wants you around him. Okay? He wants to see you. He must see you. More than once a week. More than twice a week. Okay? He can't breathe well without you. So he says, bring forth your nurturing nature. Bring forth your smiles. Bring forth your wisdom. He will love all of that. Then he says, oh, but he wants you. So the future ordained spouse that Yahuah has planned for you, okay? He's going to desire you and want you, and he's going to be brave enough to do it, to go after you, okay? And you're going to be like, no, there's only one future ordained spouse. There's not many options. Yes, there is, okay? And you're like, but I really wanted the one that he chose first. And you're like, okay. But Yahuah said, there's a certain time frame where someone has to take the plunge and do it. Because there's appointed times to it. And he's accelerated the matter. So then, you don't stress. He doesn't want you, if you watch the video, obsessed. People have been stressing, who is it? Who is it? Well, the thing is, he has done a redo. So now, again, people are like, I don't know. And he doesn't really want you to know because he wants you to be yourself. If you knew right away when you enter the room, I know who it is, you will just act kind of robotic and so like panicked and just probably too shy to even talk or say anything or even laugh. Okay? So he needs it to be all natural. Okay, so then he says, he desires what I gave him. Okay? He knows I gave you to him. And press his scent on you. Territories abound. Territories abound. Make love with whispers, the sounds that you make when you hum. Hum songs. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but here we are. Okay, now 2/12/2025. Saka so laka. To be covered under the shadow of his wings. Pray for peace. Laka means to marry, to take into marriage. Okay, so this person does know he's going all in to marry. Okay? So, sometimes people have such strong feelings and there's nothing wrong with you per se. But they're too scared to say it and they miss it. How many times that happened in high school? You're too scared to say it and you missed your chance and they started dating somebody else. Okay. Same. But this is more like on a time frame that Yahuah has, okay? And he has a strict timeline. So people need to be extra brave in this hour. Okay, so now he's stating he's coming to tell you. That keeps going over and over in my head during that time. And I'm like, what is this about? And Yahuah then confirms it is for the Ordained Spouse series. He's coming to tell you. Okay? He's going to cut ties with whatever counterfeit relationship he has going on. Okay? And he knows. If that's so, he knows he needs to. Okay? Why? Because your destiny is tied to him and he needs you as much as you need him. Yes, he needs you. You bring light into the matter. You bring bursting light. I summon him to proceed with his calling. He obeyed. He will obey. Excuse me. Someone is coming for you, and I can't tell you who it is yet. So I gave you a little hints earlier on with my own interpretation. Now this is direct.